Welcome to this podcast episode. I am here with my co-founder, Kayla of Creators for Change, and today we're going to be talking to you about the mission of Creators for Change and how the device in your pocket and social media on it can actually be used for good despite many misconceptions. So welcome everyone. Kayla, do you want to introduce yourself?
Thank you, Ari. My name is Kayla. I am a science communicator, and I'm really excited to be here and to be part of this movement that Ari created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone. So let me introduce you to this movement that I've created. So many of you are familiar with my YouTube business background, and I started a YouTube business helping other people to basically turn their knowledge into income and impact. And when I was really analyzing that whole landscape, I realized that social media is so much more than just building a business. It's so much more than just making money or getting views. What it's really all about is helping people on a higher level. And the big turning point for me was that, I realized that a lot of people, when they think of social media, they see it as this platform for doom scrolling. They see it as a platform that doesn't help mental health. But looking overall at my own life, especially in recent years, I mean, social media has been a game changer for me. It's helped me build a business. It's helped me help so many people. It's helped me to establish this philanthropy. And with Kayla's help, we already raised some money for mental health. And so that's the whole notion with Creators for Change, helping communities and entrepreneurs really use social media as a tool for good. Kayla, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, so like you were saying, so many of us get stuck in this kind of negative feedback loop where we're using social media, we're doom scrolling to kind of numb ourselves to what's going on in the world. And instead of helping us like it really could, we're not using it intentionally. So kind of our goal here is to figure out how to use social media more intentionally to spread positive energy and impact to the people that we know, to the followers that we have. And yeah, this is just hopefully going to be a way to empower creators and entrepreneurs and just normal people to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And you said something really powerful there. It's when you use it with intention, because everyone, the choice is in our hands. You get to choose whether you want to use social media for education or positivity, or if you want to use it for intaking this brain dead content that doesn't do any good for your mental health. Some people use social media to put others down, but the choice really is in your hand. It's part of the reason why I go by Ari the creator. It's because you are the creator of your life and you are in the driver's seat and you get to choose. And Kayla and I are here and we are walking and talking embodiments of how social media can be used for good. We put our brains together and we were like, okay, how can we really show that social media can be used for good? And so every year we are choosing one cause voted on by our community. So we're co-creating with you. And when we have the cause, we actually post social media content to support the cause, raise people's awareness and their consciousness. And that's how we're moving forward with this.
Yeah, so like you said, this year we're focusing on one cause, and it's mental health. We've chosen one nonprofit organization to focus on to donate to, and that's for us going to be the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is like the largest grassroots mental health organization in the country. Um, and they just have a lot of resources for figuring out how to support people in your lives with mental health, how to support yourself with mental health. They've got lots of resources for different groups that you can join to build a community to be able to manage these kinds of things. And that's another thing about Creators for Change is we're just really trying to build a community for people that have similar interests and really want to make a positive change in the world.
Yeah, exactly. And not just build community, but also provide resources, provide different events, provide different challenges that you can take part in. We'll share more about that here in a second, but we're also collaborating with some really amazing experts in this field. We outline everyone on creatorsforchange.com, everyone who we're working with, everyone who we're running events with, doing these different projects on. So it's not just about me and Kayla, it's about it's about us as a collective, coming together and basically rising together. Hmm.
Awesome.
So, Kayla, do you want to talk more about like what makes us different among
Yeah,
us?
so one thing, I mean, I think the really key thing that makes us different from any other typical social media account movement is that we're not just growing a following, we're growing impact. Our goal is to reach people who have the same intention, which is to make positive change in social media and be able to break the cycle because it really is all about how you frame things. Uh, because yeah, so many people look at social media and think, oh, that's just a time sink. It's so toxic. It's just comparison culture and it's just it's just a waste of time. But if you reframe that into a perspective of, oh, this is a place for me to learn. This is a place for me to connect with people. This is a place for me to put positive energy into the universe. That can be really powerful.
And it is very powerful. And everyone listening, I just want you to think here for a second. I mean, even 100 years ago, people didn't have the choice to reach people around the globe with something that they carry around in their pockets. Back in the days, I mean, even like women, for example, like you didn't have a choice. We couldn't even vote 100 years ago. And many people had to work in factories. There really wasn't any other option for survival. It was very hard to break through and to create something really meaningful. I mean, if you would have told them 100 years ago, like, hey, you get to reach people around the globe with a really empowering message that helps their mindset, that helps them grow, that can help them create a business from home, travel the world, whatever they want, I mean, they just wouldn't believe you. And so that really embodies the vision of Creators for Change is just fully taking advantage of the time that we're in and the power that social media has. And it is a shame that, it's like a lot of the people have this outlook on social media that it's negative and bad and it's not good for you. But if you just look at it from a different angle, like Kayla said, then you can really recognize its potential and start tapping into its power to educate your own mind, help other people. So it all comes from the willingness to do good. And I mean, again, like we're both walking and talking embodiments. We use social media for the greater good, like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about, Kayla, where we eventually like see this going?
Yeah, so I mean, big picture, the goal of Creators for Change is to become a global brand. We have a really strong vision for what we want, where we want to go, and included in that vision is having summits, having events in person, having master classes and utilizing social media for positive impact and monetizing in an ethical way, in in just connecting people to be the best versions of themselves through the community that we're going to build. Um, and something also that's really important to us is that we're better together. We're never our best if we're working alone. So that's a huge cornerstone of our philosophy is that we want to connect, we want to help others connect, and we want our collaborations to help ourselves, the people we work with, and the people that follow us and follow our brand to be the best versions of themselves.
Mhm. Yeah,
Do you have anything to
100%.
add?
And to also help people along the way because everyone like the secret to living really is giving. One thing that I noticed with social media is that a lot of people make it seem like they're happy and fulfilled when in reality they're struggling internally, they're worried about the economy, and even these people who you've seen who seem like they have a great life, a lot of them who've achieved like success with social media, maybe building a business, I noticed that many of them are just like flexing their own interests. Like, oh, look at my bank account, look at my new car, look at my new watch. It's just they're flashing their shiny objects. And so we've discovered that the secret to living really is giving. And when you use social media to help other people and to give, and you don't expect anything back, that's when magical things start to happen. And that's where a ripple effect starts to take place. So we see ourselves as a global brand. We see our content reaching millions of people. We're already reaching a lot of people right now. So you can feel free to follow us on Instagram, YouTube. We're writing different blogs and whatnot. But that's where we're headed. And like we said, like this is our life mission, and we're really excited to be doing it together. We see us growing our team, doing these annual summits. So let's talk more, Kayla, about the specifics of what we're doing. I think it's good to start with the Happy Sticky Note Challenge.
Yeah. So we brainstormed this idea, already came up with it, but we've been workshopping it. But we had an idea for the Happy Sticky Challenge, which is basically, I think most people are familiar with affirmations, writing something or even just speaking something to yourself that's positive, like something as simple as I am enough or I am loved, that kind of thing. Has a real, doing that has a real positive impact on your mental health through neuroscience. Um, and just like reminding yourself speaking nicely, kindly to yourself has such a huge impact on your mental health, whether you recognize it or not. Um, so we came up with this Happy Sticky Challenge to challenge people to do that for themselves, to write a goal or to write a message that they need to hear for themselves on a sticky note and place it somewhere that they can see every day. Whether that's your bathroom mirror or your laptop or somewhere in your car, just somewhere that you'll look at it a lot and be reminded that, oh, I am enough. Or, oh, I attract money or I attract whatever thing you're hoping to attract. Um, and another important part of this is that we are hoping to use it for transformation, for personal transformation. So when we're writing these affirmations, we're hoping to think about a negative, limiting belief that we hold about ourselves or the world and reflect on that belief and turn it into something positive. It's that reframing that I mentioned earlier when I was speaking about social media and how we can use it for good. Like that perspective, that control over your perspective is so powerful. So we're hoping that with this sticky note challenge, we'll be able to help people do the same.
Yeah, 100%. So it's really easy, everyone. Just grab a sticky note. And like Kayla said, this is really good to do in the morning, I discovered, because your mindset in the morning really affects the rest of your day. So if you wake up in the morning, maybe you have a negative thought, you can, on a sticky note, flip that negative into a positive. And like Kayla said, you could stick it somewhere that you'll see every day. And as a bonus, you can post it on social media, tag 3 friends to do the same, use the hashtag Happy Sticky Challenge. And if you do, by the way, we're going to repost it on our Instagram stories. And it's just a really good way to spread positivity. And it supports this year's cause, mental health, because we wanted every year what we're doing with these causes is we're coming up with some type of trend to actually help the cause. And so this little thing might seem small, but it can make a really huge difference. So feel free to participate in that. And again, tag us so that we can see it. So that's one thing we've got going on this year. Let's talk about the mental health 5K.
Another thing that we've got going on is we are participating in May 24th to be exact. We're participating in a mental health 5K. They're doing it in cities all around the country. And they're also, if there isn't a one in your city, you can do it virtually as well. That's what I'll be doing. Um, but we're we're trying to get lots of people to sign up for this or to just donate if you don't want to walk or run. Um, and the goal of this is that we want to make mental health advocacy visible. So this 5K is symbolic of us moving toward change together.
Right, exactly. Yep, we don't want to just talk the talk with this. We also Well, in this case, Run the Run. Not as that's too cheesy.
Want to.
But anyway, there's more information on creatorsforchange.com. The event is listed, and you could see if it's hosted in your city, and you could see all the different options for registering. So we're doing that. And then we also have this annual conference. This is going to be hosted in November, and this is mainly geared towards people who want to take social media to the next level. So if you're somebody and you've decided, you know what? I actually want to use social media to create some type of brand or business. This event is for you. And right now, we are highly considering hosting it in person in San Diego. There is a waitlist on creatorsforchange.com, and based on different input, we may decide to do it virtually just so that it's easier for people to attend. It's from home, so it's all online. So stay tuned for that. That's on our website, but we will be announcing more details soon. But like I said, that is mainly for people who want more information on how to get clear on their message, how to monetize that message, how to have a strong mindset. So it's the nuts and the bolts, and it's also the mindset piece because it is for content creators, like I said, but it also incorporates the mental health piece because a lot of content creators as well actually have mental health struggles because, sometimes people post content, there's some backlash from negative comments. There's sometimes burnout, there's sometimes imposter syndrome. So we're going to be addressing that too to really embody this year's mission and then also help people who want to use social media for good. Okay, let's talk about our fundraising goal. Kayla, do you want to start us off with that?
Yeah, so earlier I mentioned that the nonprofit that we're supporting this year is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, like to call it NAMI. Um, our goal for fundraising is $15,000. We've got a link to the fundraising page on our website. Feel free to take a little walk over there and check that out. But the important thing about this is that we know mental health resources save lives. So that's why we've chosen to raise money to help fund these resources, and you can help too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, everyone, the link to donate is on our website. We have that annual goal of 15,000. So, yeah, we're really excited with that. NAMI is a really great organization that helps people all across the nation with their mental health. And so every dollar goes a really long way for improving someone's life.
NAMI also has mental health walks on a regular basis, which is kind of goes in with the 5K as well. It's not part of the 5K, but it's kind of a similar vibe, I
Mhm.
guess. But if you're interested in getting to know more about NAMI, you can go to their website, or you could even go, they've got chapters in pretty much all states. So you could go to your local chapter's website and figure out when they're having those walks or when they're having different group meetings. They've got a lot going on, so make sure to check them out.
Yeah. And another thing I'll say, everyone, is we also put together some other resources for you. So on the Creators for Change page, we have different resources for mental health. We partnered with a therapist who is hosting a membership that's giving you all these really great resources. Therapy can be thousands of dollars every year, but this membership is $27 a month, and it all comes from a licensed therapist who really knows how to help you out. We're also hosting other free virtual events throughout the year, so you could stay tuned on the Creators for Change page. And we're also just going to be posting content across YouTube and Instagram and blogs, so feel free to stay tuned for that.
If someone only takes away one thing from this episode, what do you hope it is?
One thing, if you're going to take away anything from this episode, I just really want you to remember that you are in the driver's seats. No one's going to take control of your mental health, your destiny, what your future looks like. Kayla and I put together a vehicle to help you get to where you want to be faster and easier, but ultimately the decision is in your hands. So after you listen to this, you can choose to, go back on your phone, take in brain dead content, kind of, live a life that isn't one that's what you truly want. Or you could decide, you know what, like it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to work to change my habits. I'm going to actually do what I'm passionate about, what I feel like I'm meant to do. And if you take responsibility for that, then you'd be really amazed at what can unfold for you and how far you can get in just a few years from now. Same question for you, Kayla. What do you want people to take away from
Oh
this?
gosh, how am I supposed to top that? If someone takes away one thing from this episode, I hope it's that social media can be used for good. You just have to work on the perspective that you see it through, the lens that you're looking at it through, and the intention that you put into it. Like you said, we're all in control of our actions, of our futures, of our mental health. The only thing that we can do though is to actually take action to get to where we want to be.
Exactly. 100%. So what we're telling you, everyone, is that social media is just a tool, and it's good as well to get off of social media. That's my best ideas come when I put the phone down and I just go for a walk in nature. I connect with people I love. So social media is a tool for good, but you gotta learn how to use it and not let it use you.
We'll do an episode on that next.
Yeah, we will. We definitely will. So, with that said, everyone, be sure to subscribe to Creators for Change. Follow us on Instagram, take part in the Happy Sticky Challenge, and tag us. You can donate, and we'll send you a personal thank you. Check out our free events. Check out the newsletter, the blog, and stay tuned for that annual conference. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And remember, the world doesn't need more creators, it needs more creators for change.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it does.